Hello everyone. I did mention a few days ago in my last video about general strike here in Italy on the 16th of December of this year. Here is only indicated in this leaflet which I received this morning from one of the trade unions where I work. I always say it's going to be on a Wednesday. Now I've indicated a few things which I find are very bit unusual and bizarre. These trade unions, you can define them as scumbags, because I did mention in the last video, these people are sold out workers' rights to the new masters, Confindustria and idiots like that. And I found something very unusual and bizarre. There is a thing which is called Insieme per la nuova politica industriale per affrontare la transizione ecologica digitale. Practically from Italian to English, that means asking Draghi for a new type of way how the industry has to be more ecological and facing the new digital area. Otherwise, the fourth industrial revolution, 401. Oh, yes, got that correct. This sounds like it came out of a book from Agenda 2030. Because if you talk about ecology, that means you're asking Draghi to ban petrol cars in 2035 and Italian householders who are homeowners to undergo ecological renovation to be more energy efficient, not to lower or zero emission carbons. Basically, that's impossible because the directive of the European Union, more or less, well, it will become European law pretty soon, says there'll be 2 periods of transition, which for the first time you have to do it to a certain standard, then afterwards you have to be more, more severe on the upgrades of your house to be energy efficient. For example, buying a new central heating system with a wall pump, which uses a lot of energy and leaves you in the freezing cold. What point is that? You're going to spend 16,000 hours for a stupid thing like that? I don't think so. And not many people can afford this shit anyway. Then I talk about the school and more investment for education and more investment in the health service and more doctors and nurses to be employed in the National Health Service. If with this mandatory magic potion, I don't know how many people are going to be sacked because they refuse to take it. There's going to be less doctors and nurses here in Italy. They don't simply realise, because they're the same people who promote this magic potion for workers, like they claim it will save the Italian industry of collapsing. The Italian industry will collapse because if you're going to follow the protocol of Agenda 2030, it's a total radical reconversion from an economy which is based on oil to another. And this will cost many tens of thousands of jobs because if petrol vehicles will be banned from 2035 onwards, where I work, we make scooters and two-wheel vehicles which run on petrol. Not even 1% of the things which we produce runs on electric. So I don't know whether they're ready for this challenge or not, because here in Italy, when it comes to this type of new technology, it's a crying shame we are light years behind. Then they ask, as I said, more investment in schools and in the national health and the welfare. Dear Mugs, you voted as politicians to sign a treaty of the recovery funds. And the clauses of recovery funds means cuts in welfare, pensions, and public education to pay for this loan shark loan from the EC. It was more better you didn't sign it, because this will be a debt which will go on, pass on for generation and generation. And the delocation of industries and a state intervention to stop it. Dear Mugs who take part in this strike, it's your right to do so, but you're asking Draghi to applicate the protocol of Agenda 2030. You don't know what the fuck you've been got your head into now. This will be the entire slavery of Italian society at the mercy of the big corporations overseas, because practically these wankers are selling Italy by the euro to foreign corporations. Italian-owned brands during the years are passed into foreign hands. Basically, this is against the Italian budget, which is currently voted in the Italian Parliament, which they say there's nothing for the Italian citizen. Now, what do you think Draghi is interested in the Italian citizens? He defends the interests of the big corporations, not the citizens of the country. And they want this tosspot to become a president of the republic. You must be raving bonkers. Well, the Mugs are free to take part in this ridiculous general strike. They should have striked at the beginning of September, when other minor known trade unions done it. And these main trade unions are just the sidekicks of Draghi. You call them the teacher's pet of him, basically. And obviously they don't realise what the fuck they got themselves involved into. What shit is going to hit this country if they continue to be fools.